Hey, what's up, y'all? It's the White Magic Tiger. Today, we're going to talk about something that I feel like is true. It might be a bit disgusting. I want to hear in the comment section down below what you think and see if you resonate with it as well. So, have you ever heard the saying, as above, so below? And that the idea that our belly is our second brain, that we have this gut feeling, and that I resonate that our intuition lies in our gut. And so, with the as above, so below, what I'm saying is that our brain is pretty similar to our intestines, and that they both look very similar. Like the brain literally looks like the intestines. Like they're both pink. They both got like they look the same. When you look at a map of the anatomy, a picture of the anatomy of the human body, the intestines and the brain, they look like a reflection, a mirror of each other. So that's that saying, as above, so below. And Jesus Christ says when it comes to casting out demons, that some of them only can come out through prayer and through fasting, that we have to fast to get rid of some demons. And as far as I understand from reading the Essene Gospel of Peace and other texts, that particular demon that has to come out through fasting, his name is Beelzebub, and that he is the Lord of the flies, that he is the king of the dunghill. And I'm not saying that I'm perfectly clean. There's a saying where it says you're only as clean as your colon. And this is just something that's really important. And what I'm trying to say is there's also this thing called mucoid plaque, where essentially the stuff we're eating, a lot of it's unnatural. And so the body tries to protect itself. So it forms like a mucus around it in the intestines. But then it starts to build up. And it's kind of like a clogged pipe. And eventually it just kind of builds up and the intestines expand and people start to get really fat. And I think when like people are really obese, that's really just like a clogged up intestine, and that their body's actually full of poop. Like they're full, like that's what's going on. And so when people aren't cleansing themselves, like we clean ourselves on the outside, ideally we all do on the outside, but we don't have as much focus on cleaning ourselves on the inside. And y'all, I'm not perfect with this, but I am aware of it at least. And I have done some juice cleanses here and there. I've done a little bit of water fasting. And I will say that it is, in some ways it still is a hurdle for me. But at least I'm not ignoring it. I'm not ignorant of it. And that I realize that it is important. And essentially, there are ways to cleanse the colon, and I would say just the best ways. Number one is juicing and fasting, water fasting. I don't have much experience with dry fasting, but people say that's like incredible. And then from the other end, you get enemas, which are what you can do at home. And if you're going to do it, use distilled water. And if you're going to water fast, I recommend distilled water as well. I've got a video called Drink Pure Water for Spiritual Enlightenment. And that would break down why distilled water is the best water. And don't believe any of the propaganda that says distilled water is not good for you. The other thing that's really great is a hydrotherapy colonic. That's like even more like efficient and better than an enema. And so what I'm suggesting is that as above, so below, that if our intestines are clogged up and full of crap and we got mucoid plaque and essentially like there's probably parasites and worms and all sorts of gnarly stuff, like just based on like the food that we eat. And like I eat a lot of the vegan junk food, y'all. And so I'm also aware that I like as much vegan junk food as I eat, I also got to focus on cleansing that out as well, because it's pretty unnatural. And as far as I understand, that if my intestines get backed up with a bunch of crap, poop, well, it's going to flood in here, and my thinking is going to be like crap too. And I think it's partially why we start to feel so great when we're water fasting and we're juicing and all this and cleansing, is that like we are literally flushing our mind, like just like physically cleansing it of like this crap. And yeah, like, so like I say in a lot of my videos, King Jesus Christ is numero uno. And so send your prayers to him. He's the best. He's the king. And if you're struggling with fasting, pray to him for help. I have full faith that he will help you. So may God bless all y'all. Amen.